You teach people how to treat you based on what you allow, like what you tolerate in your world. You know, you don't got no control over their actions, but what goes on in your world that you okay with, the shit you sit with, the stuff you involve yourself in. So I'm gonna ask y'all again. When the people be still letting y'all fuck, or y'all be still letting people fuck, after you be done seen it ain't going nowhere as far as a relationship, y'all be thinking that means something. I'm definitely coming to Orlando.
Oh, damn, old lady. Shit.
Somebody say it don't. Nope. Hell no. Nope. Let me see how many of y'all say no. All the ladies saying no. It don't mean nothing. Who is that?
My homegirl went to middle school, man.
All the females saying no.
They know Bolo.
So all the females saying no. So explain to me why most of y'all believe that announcing that you still having sex with somebody or that somebody still want to have sex with you is some sort of leverage or validity over something they may have going on with the other person. How come that's like one of the first things a bitch say? He was trying to fuck me last week. We were just fucking 2 weeks ago. He was texting my phone trying to fuck. I'm trying to understand. Exactly. And you know I've been saying that. You gotta know what you're fucking for. Right, Nick Shop. All the females saying no, but niggas is still getting pussy from bitches that they already shown they do not want to be with. How do everybody know this, but Brandon, what you say about to make somebody mad? I ain't even really said nothing yet. I'm just asking y'all a question. I asked a question first, then I asked another question after that. I ain't even saying fucking all you had going on. I'm saying you dated somebody, you dealt with them, you fucked them, you gave them, you know, full access to you. They ain't go nowhere. They ain't commit. They ain't show no signs that they want to lock in with you. Like, you know, you tolerated or you know, forgave, went back multiple times, you know, had stuff wrong with you, they got stuff wrong with you, but they ain't go nowhere. And then y'all still be, somebody say, cause we be lying. Now that's about the best comment on this bitch. You done tried it out, it didn't fit, shit don't fit, you know, and then y'all still fucking. Torian Ball, what you say, women will lie to themselves to justify fucking with a man that means them no good. And with that being said, I'm gonna pin your comment. I'm just trying to figure out if everybody know that it means nothing for a bitch to still be fucking on you after y'all like have clearly seen that this is not no real relationship that's going somewhere. Why do most people use the idea that he's still fucking me or she still want to fuck me as a reason to say like there is something serious there? Even this whole idea that he tried to talk to me. Yeah, he was in my inbox. That's your people's. Yeah, he tried to talk to me. But people be trying to fuck. I'm trying to understand, because you know they say if you know better, you'll do better. So from the comments on here, the majority, y'all know better. Exactly. So TMB Makeup 757 said, women attach sex to commitment. Now you getting somewhere. A lot of y'all really got to question what you process intimacy to be in your mind. Because y'all take the act of sex and you take it as because that person want to fuck you or they're fucking you, that they actually want to commit to you. And then you lie to yourself, like Torin Ball said, that this is going to be something that you know that it's not going to be. And then to make yourself feel like you're not stupid or that you didn't go along with something, that somebody did something to you, or why you won't leave me alone then? Or why she keep fucking the nigga? Or why she keep... Definitely drive your damn self crazy. You don't never hear people say, oh, you with him? Because me and him was just buying a house last week. Oh, you with him? Oh, because me and him just went and we took a business course together. Oh, you with him? Oh, he don't really fuck with you because me and him was just at church praying together. Oh, you don't never hear a bitch say that. It's always, oh, that's who you think you with? Because he was just over here fucking me the other night. Oh, y'all supposed to be in a relationship? Well, let me show you where he was at my house 2 nights ago. Like, the stuff that actually solidify being in a real relationship, bitch don't never come out the woodwork saying that. He with you? Oh, well, we were just planning our retirement last month. Bitch don't say this stuff. It's always just, he was fucking you. He ate this pussy. Or I was just sucking his dick. Or I was just, why y'all don't never, like, why the idea that what the person has going on with this other person isn't solid based on some actual healthy relationship? Why is it always just sex? Why is it always just sex? Why is it always just the lust, intimate fucking part that validates that somebody got something with you? I don't understand it. Y'all come out the woodworks and it be all about sex, lust, fucking, all kind of bullshit. Somebody said dudes be knowing females can't separate, and they play on that too. They do. Here's the thing about dudes when it comes to this relationship stuff, right? Women, we walk ourselves into a lot of shit based on what we tolerate. Niggas go into stuff with a manipulative mindset or this idea that, you know, I'm gonna get over because I can tell she really in a space where she want to be in a relationship. I'm gonna make her think that, but I ain't really on that. The thing about with dudes is a lot of times because of the heavy emphasis on sex and shit, they end up with children or responsibilities that it is more than what they were signing up for from the beginning. So they end up getting their own karma themselves anyway. I'm trying to figure out, why do y'all solidify y'all bonds with people based on just fucking? So DJ Phantom said, because most men don't know how to care for or support a female beyond sex and having babies. So that's the basis to argue with. So listen, this is what I'm saying, right? I'm pretty sure y'all done seen, like, it could be a dude. He could be a certain type of nigga with this female, get with another female, and instantly, all the things that this other female was trying to get him to correct or be on, he instantly changes it. Because bitch gonna do what you allow. They're gonna do and conform and change and get right for the stuff that they see value in. Y'all problem is you stick around even when you know the person don't see no value in what you got going on. The idea of dating is for you to get out here, trial and error, get to know one another, but have boundaries so you're not getting used up fast or you're not stuck in some shit. Somebody say just because they fuck you don't mean they fuck with you. It's so true. But this is the thing, when I always say what you allow, y'all take that as what your auntie them told y'all or your grandma or whoever, meaning you supposed to go argue at a nigga or a bitch about doing stuff different because you ain't supposed to allow them to do that. No, what you allow is what you stuck around for, what you stayed for, what you sat in. A lot of y'all, you got a lot of mouth for a lot of shit, but you don't know how to use the door. So, of course, you still allowing it. It don't matter because you cuss a nigga out every day about some shit you feel like he doing wrong. It doesn't matter that you bringing it up. Don't matter that you putting it on the internet. Don't matter that you confronting him, hoes, mamas, aunties, family members. It don't matter that you're taking a verbal stance. If you stay in it, you for that shit. Kicking and screaming and all, you for that. This is the thing about people who manipulative, got ill intentions, like somebody just said, on some shit that you ain't on. If you make it to where I have, you know, layers of me to earn, I have things that you got to be on in order to have access to me, they gonna leave you alone. People who steal, they don't go to stores where the security is tight and you can't steal nothing. People who lie, they don't like to be around people that question everything and catch them in every lie. They rather have people that is going to listen to what the fuck they say and just go with it.
That we just don't see everywhere else. In fact, it was so remarkable.
Somebody said, how you feel about a female that loves to put her hands on you every time you have an argument? She's scarred. She's scarred. She got issues. But he go to questioning. Being that you know that, because you knew that before I said that. You knew it don't make no sense, male or female, for nobody to put their hands on nobody and call it love or call it we in a relationship. The real question is, why would you stay, if this is your situation, why would you stay with a bitch that keep putting their hands on you? That's dysfunctional behavior. It's like we grown, and if little kids was playing and you see a kid that's always hitting, every time things get heated, you see this little kid hitting other kids and shit, you immediately know that kid's a problem. But how come y'all grown and be in relationships and a bitch keep, you know, fighting you, hitting you every time they get mad? You can't tell something wrong with the bitch. Same way you would want that kid separated from your kids if that was going on. Bitch, you need to separate from her. And hence the reason why when you hear me talk about parenting and shit, all that whooping the kids ass and shit, like all you doing is teaching a person certain behavior. Somebody said, why does my husband go to men that cheat on their wives to talk bad about me? Because y'all ain't going to therapy. When y'all be in relationships and marriages, instead of saying, as soon as things get rough or tough or you off balance, you should immediately make for your family unit a resource of some sort of therapist or somebody that's a confidential source that can give y'all advice from a healthy space. Y'all don't do that. Marriages or not, you will argue at home and then go out in the world and think the person is mature enough mentally to not speak on y'all stuff with random people. And then, you know, I talk about it all the time. Like people love the trauma bond. They love to meet people and talk about what they're going through or what they went through in an effort to feel like someone can relate to where they're at and someone can give them some advice on how to get out of where they at. But half the time, the people you trauma bonded with, they be no smarter than you. They don't got no tools, no resources. They haven't read no books, don't know much about psychology, don't understand relationships, healthy socializing and shit like that to give you no real advice. This is why. It's unrealistic to assume that your husband's going to go through some deep shit or some arguments with you that are very emotional, provoking, like make intense emotions come on. They're not going to, and if all they got access to is other men that stay homeboys and shit that, you know, like you say, they cheating niggas and shit, they don't got no choice. You got, as a family unit, y'all got to make a decision to like be mature about y'all dealings with one another. I be saying all the time, it's a lot of stuff that we call love in relationships, and it's not love. It's our ignorant ass definitions that we tell ourselves to make ourselves feel better. Yeah, I still deal with him because I love him, or I put up with that because I love her. Love don't be none of that shit that we be having going on. All that arguing, fighting, ego, jealousy, you know, talking about how one another back, plotting on each other, friends 1 minute, enemy. Love has nothing to do with any of that, but we'll call it that to make ourselves feel better. Yeah, I'll leave this live up. This is the thing. What's your name? Butter Plus. Am I saying it right? This is the thing. Loving yourself don't have nothing to do with like isolating yourself from other people. Loving yourself, genuinely loving yourself, have a lot to do with personal accountability and holding yourself like accountable for the things that you know you need to improve on to be able to better your quality of life. But a lot of y'all not gonna be real with yourselves about this kind of stuff. Y'all think self-love mean go off in a corner somewhere and isolate yourself and just keep telling yourself like you better off with just you. But that's only because you don't have the skills to maintain healthy relationships by, first off, picking the right people. It ain't just about wanting to be a better person. It's about being honest with yourself. Like being better, it starts with honesty. You can want to be better, right? You can take sports, for example. Let's say I play basketball. I want to be a better basketball player. But I'm lying to myself that really it's just my shot. Like if I just get my shot on, I'm going to be straight. But in all reality, when everybody watch me play, it's more than just my shot. It's my work ethic. It's me actually getting back on defense after a goal is scored. It's me having to win and the stamina to play a whole game. It's more than just a shot. But I'm telling myself it's just my shot. So all I do is just practice shooting, just making baskets, right? Over time, you're going to think that you're putting in work and I'm bettering myself, but you're not actually improving the stuff that you need to improve on to make you a better player all the way around. This is where the shit come into where y'all actually don't be doing no work on self. Because the actual stuff you call yourself working on don't be the shit you supposed to work on. Some of y'all, you go work on your appearance or your weight because you think that's the problem. But really, it's your attitude, your ego, your mouth, your lack of respect for the opposite sex or the same sex, whoever you're trying to date. It's your, lack of handling your traumas from the past and shit. These are the things you really need to work on, but this is not the stuff you're working on. Even to use sports again, any athlete, they're going to go back and look at the game tapes and watch themselves. Look at the good points in their opponents and the shit that went on and be honest with themselves about what we need to fix in practice. Y'all ain't watching the game tapes. Y'all just after the game based on emotion, whether you won or lost, just deciding what you feel like you need to go fix. I can't get out too much on here. Victoria, what you said, why our heart and mind don't be on the same page? Because you got to put them bitches on the same page. They don't line up on their own. They have to be intentionally put that way. And I call that moving with intention. When you make them bitches listen to one another, that's an action that you have to actually, in your conscious mind, make a decision to do. Somebody said, what if you took accountability and worked on self because you had toxic ways in a relationship? Now that person wants you back. This is the thing, Big Brand. The part where you say, what if you took accountability and worked on self because you had toxic ways? If you actually did that, you wouldn't even be concerned about that person wanting you back. This is how I know y'all be lying. And I ain't trying to call you out in no bad way, but I'm going to just keep it all the way 1K. When you literally go work on you and you change the person that you used to be from when you was toxic or when you was attracted to that person that was in that toxic cycle with you, when you're done with that work, you don't even have a consideration for those type of people anymore. Like once I worked on me, I don't even have a desire to talk about, look at, think about, entertain a conversation with those that were, a part of the old me. Anybody that interacted with what I used to be, I don't even want you around. Because there's a possibility that you could try to touch on or undo the work that I've done on me. I'm not fucking with it. Y'all got to realize who page y'all be on. There is no, well, what if you did this, girl, and what if you did that, and he still just keep calling you? You would have been killed all access to yourself once you understood your worth and your value was above what you involved yourself in. Y'all be lying to yourself, and that's exactly what I be saying. You be brainwashing and lying to yourself that you're somehow better than what you were. If you were better, if your self-esteem was more, if your idea, your view of self, your goals, your lifestyle was better, you wouldn't want nothing from your past. Nothing. No bitch, no nigga, no baby mama, no friend, no baby no, none of that. There will be no feelings of a what if, or should I give him another chance, or should I go back? Because you've reinvented you. And unless they've reinvented them, which 98% of the time they have not, you wouldn't be considering dealing with them again. You definitely would pick different people. You would 100%. Because some of y'all don't realize, like what I just said, you can go work on you. Like, for example, I've done a lot of work on me. But if I go mix with the same people that were around me when I was in my toxic state or my toxic ways or my immature state, those things will start to resurface. Triggers, trauma. Even for the simplest way to put it is when addicts go through like AA or NA trying to recover or stay clean. They tell you people, places, and things. So for example, if you was hooked on crack, heroin, whatever, dope, whatever drug you was on. If you used to go cop your drugs from the south side in a certain neighborhood, they're going to tell you, don't go back over there. Like once you've gotten clean, don't take your ass back to that block. Don't go back to areas and hoods and gas stations where people there used to serve you when you were the old you. Don't take your ass back around there. And if you really want to be clean, if your mindset, you actually going to conform to that. You're going to tell yourself these are my rules, not somebody else. This is the thing. Somebody said, don't trust anyone else than what's God's plan. Y'all mindset don't even be clear and pure of fuck shit for you to even hear what the hell God trying to tell you. For those of y'all that's religious, I don't give a fuck what your religion is. A lot of y'all, this is the thing. The same way you see people like in church with what they feel like is a clear mindset, feeling like God talking to them. People who be on dope, in dope holes somewhere, on drugs, hallucinating, be feeling like that's the Lord or a higher power or Yahweh or somebody talking to them. Your mindset has to be clear. You got to be in a space where you are at peace and got a certain understanding for where your spirituality begins and your flesh ends. And half of y'all, you so caught up in somebody else's flesh, you can't make that determination on what's God's plan and what's yours. That shit be some shit y'all say that sound good when you commenting. Half the time, a bitch don't talk to God unless they begging, unless they want some shit. Unless you in trouble, need something, looking for a blessing or some shit. You don't try to get no understanding for what spirituality or a belief in a higher power really means. And a lot of y'all, your religion is based on whatever somebody else told you. You ain't sat and understood the Quran, the Bible, none of that shit for yourself. You went off of whatever your mama told you. And she had her demons on her when she was reading that shit and sitting up in church. And so forth and so forth. If you ever not went and got an understanding for yourself, all that shit just be taught. All right, I'm finna go.